Hey Lachlan, Durant to you too. And Lilibear, I did indeed steal your idea. Look, I was thinking to myself today, could today be the day we run Durant? And then I looked at my Stardust count, which, like, a lot of people would go, you've got 700,000, that's absolutely fine. What are you worried about? Me, I try and keep my reserves above 2 mil. So 700,000 is quite low for me. And for anything Ultra League and above, you're looking at like 6 figures of some kind to build a new Pokemon for that. So when I decided no to Durant for this week, once again, I then looked at Shadow Electivire because I've heard people talking about that as a really nice option. And I figured if I'm gonna spend 6 figures of Stardust on a Pokemon, then at least Shadow Electivire will have more use elsewhere. But I couldn't figure out a team to put with it that I already had. Like, I'd have to build more Pokemon just to match with it. Now, I really like the idea of Electivire and Shadow Abomber. Sorry, Shadow Electivire and regular Abomber. I think that's a really nice call because, like, Electivire's biggest threats are things like Swampert, Gliscor, there's another one too. Something, Trevenant, Escav, as in you'd pair Escav with Electivire? Or Escav is weak to Electivire? Or the other way around? No, I'm going Ultra Premier. Lappy, Gyarados, Swamp. I don't actually have a Lapras. I'm thinking Gyarados, Swampert, and Empoleon. Well, I imagine Escav does beat Electivire on average, but I mean, it still does not want to get hit by a Wild Charge. Arlo will have Shadow Gligar from tomorrow. Ooh. That is meant to say Gligar, right? Also, I'm eating popcorn. Sorry if that's unprofesh. Kenny, don't wish that on us. Now, disclaimer, I haven't played too much ULPC, but in what I have played, I have not seen any Ampharos, and I've seen very few Venusaur, so here's hoping. Now, that's probably because I've just forgotten. We're gonna see heaps tonight, and I'm gonna get real mad. Lilibear, I would if I could. Or it says Wild Charge slaps, that is true. Wild Charge will hit anything that doesn't resist it for a lot of damage. A lot. Something Gary first. What have I got here? I've got Dragon Breath. That's what I want. And I've got Earthquake. Rank 193. Is my Swampert, my Ultra League Swampert rank 193? It's a little gross. Do the cups change tomorrow or Wednesday at 2 a.m? Because if I have to stream another lot of Ultra Leagues, I don't know. Someone might be able to answer that for us. All right, good start. Are they lagging? It feels like they're lagging. I think you're right, Lilibear. I think it does swap over tomorrow. Just getting as much Dragon Breath as I can. Ooh. Hello. Do I survive here? I think I do. I do not. It may have been a terrible mistake. Then again... No. Darn, I thought I could mudshot farm. Alright, well now they know I'm running triple water. Let's see how they react. Oh no! Alright, they let that go. That's alright. Huh. We'll let the first one go, because I'll probably Night Slash and they might boost. They're not going to cross chop. There we go. Now they might shield. Charizard in the back would be amazing. No. And they're going to Shadow Ball us. Gligar for Arlo. That's the only one you know? Female Nidoran for Sierra. That sounds cool. I'm really looking forward to that, actually. And Grimer for Clear. Ooh, okay. I actually think the Grimer and the Nidorina sound more exciting than the Gligar, to be honest. Switches at midnight. Midnight our time, really? Aura likes the sound of the Pokemon. Good, I'm so sick of the current ones, I turned off my radar. I'll post an infographic and palette. Excellent, thank you. And 'tis posted. Also, Shadow Queen gonna see a lot more use in Great League now. Yeah, it's already pretty popular. Interesting bond though. So I'm here, but I might be slow. So Lilibear has been going through all the James Bond films in order of release. G'day, Escamp. She's up to the Pierce Brosnan era, which she likes. She used to only ever watch Daniel Craig Bond. Had no idea what any of the others were about. And after watching them, thinks they're stupid. But she likes Pierce Brosnan. Because it's a bit less far-fetched. A bit more realistic. Which is a big thing to say for a James Bond film. Alright, that's good. That's a start. I would love if they sludge waved us there. I will shield. Ugh, gross. Okay, so they fired 7 snarls, which allowed me to get to the hydro cannon. Now they've had to double shield. Unfortunately, I can't shield this because they'll easily get to the next one. So I've got to let this Dark Horse through. Hopefully I wouldn't mind if they switched out to Dragonite here, but they'll probably just let me farm down with Mudshot. So I got the shield in hand. That looks like Empoleon. I will shield here, and hopefully that timer will run out in time for me to catch the next one. Might not even help, actually. Alright, how much damage can we get out of this? They're almost in Hydro range? I don't think we're gonna make it. Oh yeah! Nice. I don't think they're stupid, they're very bloody old though. Well, you just said the Brosnan ones are the interesting ones, implying that the non-Brosnan ones are not interesting. And then I paraphrased to say stupid. Escamp says, sad face, you don't like that it's Cantonian grammar? That'd be pretty nuts if it was Shadow Alolan grammar. Do people hate on Daniel Craig because he jumps off of 100-story cranes? I didn't know that. I didn't think that was a criticism of him. And Pierce Brosnan Bond is hot. Well, I agree. But if you're going pure aesthetics, surely you've got to go Craig. Brosnan rode a motorbike off a cliff after a falling plane, caught up to the plane, got in the plane, got to the cockpit, and then flew the plane away. What is more believable? Yeah, no, I definitely am. I don't think I've ever said that the original ones or the older ones were more believable. A Battle of the Waters, it was. And our water one. Imagine if you ran into someone also running triple water. That would be funny as. GG, I'm gonna head out to grab lunch and cake for tonight. Be back later, have fun. Let us know what kind of cake you want. They're a bit boring, but only because they're so old. I'm sure our parents would have thought, I'm sure our parents wouldn't have thought they were boring. I don't think they're boring either. Just because it's not like non-stop action doesn't mean they're boring. I want to shadow Alan Grimer. I mean, yeah, they would be cool. But it's not released into the game yet. I'm sure there would be like an announcement if they were releasing actual new shadows into the game. A birthday cake. Yeah, but what kind of birthday cake, Aura? This is the stuff that people want to know. I mean, you yourself say he's just an action hero. Well, yeah, kind of. I stand by that. Like, but that's not Craig's fault. Like, he does that very well. I think he is a great fit for the role that film is. For those who don't know, let me fill you in. My contention with the Daniel Craig Bonds is that ever since Craig took on the role, and again, not Craig's fault, it's the way the films were made, they've become just like other action films. In my head, in my mind. Whereas I would have classed all the other ones more as espionage films. They were their own thing. They were almost a genre of their own. S-Game says Brosnan in his Bond time better than Daniel Craig all day. Wow, there you go. Did not see that coming. I feel like no, taking note of people's preference of Bonds tells you a lot about their taste in men in general. Chocolate, of course. Gotcha. I get to pick up. Wait, oh, so it's your birthday. Is it your birthday that we're celebrating, Aura? Well, so far, Brosnan's spy is great. Moore and Connery and even Dalton were more like slapstick spies. They messed up more than they did well. Okay, I did not remember that. Yes, it is, but well. Aura, ignore the thank you, but congratulations. Congratulations for making it another year. You deserve a cake. You deserve the chocolate cake that you get. I'm sending you a virtual cake with my mind right now. Well done on turning 21. Aura is one of the government of Palatown in the Palatown Discord server, and her help is invaluable. The part she plays in the community is needed and loved, and we appreciate her. The first 3 bronze are so they look older than they are. I don't think like Connery was actually that old. I'm not saying Craig isn't hot. He's a whole meal. Just Brosnan is better. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Oh, now why is the PV poke window not showing? There we go. Yeah, I got around the sun. Woo! We didn't expect it, but you got there. Yeah, they're very like, oh, whoops, I just got myself stupidly caught, or just got caught by falling on my ass. Brosnan couldn't get out of the situation he's been caught in. Like, it wasn't through his F-up. Oh, yeah, and it was your birthday yesterday, Scam. Well done. Happy birthday. I feel like I gotta give you some quick fireworks. Just because, you know, it feels unfair giving the fireworks to Aura, but not you. Alright, just to commentate, the opponent led Dragonite again. And now they switched into Gengar. Alright, now I've got to try and get back to the right screen. Oh, that's so good. What a turn of events. Oh, and they didn't even get the Shadow Punch off. We haven't seen any Venusaur so far. Or Ampharos. Mm-mm. No! Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Nobody panic. Okay. Almost lost my cool. Everyone's 21. I'm 21. This is my 7th year of being 21. My 8th year of being 21. Well, we did it, S-Camp. And you'll take it. You'll take our fireworks and enjoy it. What a catch. Thank you very much. Brosnan moves like a spy. The others just run around. Okay, you're actually gonna head out. Hey, Insect. Or Jay. Jay's probably a more appropriate thing to call you. So far doing well. I think we're 2-1 with this. Yeah, we're 2-1 with this water squad so far. So it's a decent start, but we have started well before, and we've absolutely buggered it up from there. I feel like for triple water, I feel like there's more to that. A better meme pick would have been acid spray? We're about to be acid sprayed, surely. Drill run. You can do that if you want. Have they got 90 energy right now? Is that what I'm seeing? Okay, so I think that was 6 counters. And Trevenant. Oh, shit. We might have to double shield here. Or sack the Swampert. Now we dropped frames, so now I've lost track of how many Shadow Claws I've thrown. 6, I think. Okay. I'm gonna let this through. I'm gonna shield the Seed Bomb. Hopefully they're in Hydro Cannon range. Oh, in fact, I'll Earthquake them. Beautiful. Didn't even need the shield. Greninja. Ooh, I like that. That was the answer to the string of text. Lachlan says a better meme pick would have been to have included Greninja. And S Game says is Lachlan Firth 96 secretly Ross Geller. Is that because of the way he's talking? Because I feel like that's a little more William Shatner. I feel like, for Triple Water, a better meme pick would have been to have included Greninja. So what I like about the ones that I picked is that they have very complementary secondary typings. Except maybe the Empoleon that, like, so Gyarados and Empoleon aren't weak to grass. And Swampert isn't weak to electric. Galarian Slowking? That's Psychic Poison, isn't it? Jay says, I'd like to get your opinion on this. I got myself a rank 63 FL Nidoran female. FL. Should I build or wait for a better one? What's FL? But whatever FL is, rank 63 I think is great. I would definitely go with a rank 63. Unless, does Nido Queen have to be a hundo for Ultra? Let me double check that. Doesn't look like it. The rank 1 is level 47. I'm gonna assume that FL was meant to be UL. Hey JD Mojo Jojo, how are you? How is Scotland this morning? Or is it still more? No, it's coming into up to noon now, isn't it? Lilibear says build it. Hey, bring the vibe, welcome in. Run, Crobat, Obster, and Snorlax, they said I climbed from 2200 to 3000 with it. Everyone agreed, well, I made it and got fully hard counted in literally all of my sets. I am so done with this sort of PvP, to be honest. I can relate. So let me now that I know the ending, let me read that a little better. Run, run, Crobat, Obster, and Snorlax, they said. I climbed from 2200 to 3000 with it, they said. Everyone agreed. Well, I made it, and I got fully hard counted in literally all of my sets. I am so done with this sort of PvP. I am similar. I was talking with someone on the beginner to winner Discord server, and they were running Obstagoon, Charizard, and Gengar. And they were climbing and climbing and climbing. They got up to number 69 on the leaderboard last time I checked, so really, really doing well. And me, I've lost like 50 points since I started doing. So definitely not as bad as you, bring the vibe. You definitely have the worst story, but I can relate. Oh, it's for Great League. Yeah, even then, rank 63 is fantastic. And well played. Thank you very much, Jay. Escamp agrees. I'd say build it if it was rank 63 for Ultra and non-Shadow. I would probably hold out for a better rank 1 before investing the resources, but for Great League, should be fine. Yeah, it was a friend's reference. Oh, it was a friend. Okay. See how long it takes to finish a sentence, but you're not wrong about the Shatner comparison either. Now Bond just drove a boat through the streets like it has wheels. That sounds familiar. I feel like I've seen that. That should be Great League. There we go. We got our confirmation. Just roll with it. Nice recognition of the pun. Oh man, I don't understand time zones. Why? What were you thinking? I thought when our time changed, you'd be on later, but you're on even earlier. Yeah, it's terrible. So it's basically at one point in the year, we go 1 hour like further apart. In one part of the year, I go 1 hour earlier for you guys, and then I go another hour earlier. And then 6 months later, I go an hour later, and then another hour later. So when your daylight saving starts again, I'll be on later American time. But I've only been on for 40 minutes. JD says, hello, good mate. Firing about a raining Glasgow, yep, 12. I'm not sure what that means. You'll have to reiterate that? Is that the right word? Elaborate. As long as you're not bring the vibe, it'll work. 69, nice. So far, I believe we're 3-1. And I think the one we lost was pretty winnable. But we have gotten like 2 Dragonite leads, which is pretty handy. Another one. Wow. Algorithm's working for us tonight. Also, for those who have just joined us, I'm eating popcorn, if you're wondering. Oh, got through another one. That's cool. But also, I actually should have shielded that. Yeah, because now they got through another waterfall too. So we actually might lose switch advantage here. Okay, luckily they didn't shield. Yeah, boy. I'll just let that one go. I don't think they'll shield, which is a bit annoying. I mean, they'd have to shield the next Hydro Cannon, but oh wow. Oh, I will shield. Okay, okay. Oh, good catch. They're pretty low now though. Surely they're still shooting. Maybe I'll let that go. Because that Gyarados, that Muk, sorry, might still have a Thunder Punch built up. Did we just start this triple water team with a 4-1? I think we did. Upgrade my item bag. Get out of here. I don't need these 45 potions. Oh, you're driving about a raining Glasgow. Oh, right. And are you on your phone while driving? I hope you're the passenger, JD. Pretty hard stuck in the 2800, so might have to switch up the team. What have you been using? Just normal popcorn? Yes, just normal popcorn. I'm surprised how long this old guy has been queued for. Popcorn with butter, as much of a thing down under as it is in the US. It's pretty popular. It's pretty common. This is not buttered popcorn though. We have buttered popcorn, but it's just a flavor or a hint. We don't pour butter on popcorn. Yeah, so yeah. I've never seen like, I've seen on TV like those dispensers that you squirt the butter out on the popcorn. We don't have that. Lilibear and Jay are both gobsmacked that we went 4-1. Don't worry. We will lose every single other battle from here. When I run a normal team, I go 0-5 anyway. I remembered how hard a time I had finding popcorn without any butter or butter flavor when I was in the US. Right. Okay, so it is definitely easy to find non-buttered popcorn here. You're in the speaker. I'm driving, but we're stopped. Aha. So, are you driving anywhere in particular, or just taking a drive along the countryside? So far, I have had more success with my meme team than my regular team. So, you're not alone. And this has been a huge help though. We've caught every lead has been Dragonite. It's been crazy. Wow, and they let that go. I am going to let this go as well. Oh no. Oh, our Lycra might have run out. They're still not shooting! What is going on? Not that that'll mean anything. I guess we'll shield. Well, this is our first Venusaur tonight. No, we lose here. With no shields. No shields versus 2. So we encountered a Venusaur. The moment we encountered a Venusaur, we got done. If I ever make the 24-hour travel to Australia, I'll be glad to know that I can find unbuttered popcorn on the shelves. Driving into a whiskey bottling plant for work. Ooh. I mean, that sounds like 400% more fun than it actually probably is. Very wet today, not nice at all. I mean, isn't the UK always pretty rainy though? Try living here and having to travel 24 hours to get literally anywhere. Uh-huh. Go, dragons, go. Looks like... Am I losing health faster than them? Or am I imagining that? Oh, how do you know shield? Come on. That's crunch. I don't particularly mind seeing a Scavalier here. Depending on what moves it's got. I should be able to survive a drill run. If it's acid spray drill run, I'm happy. If it's Mega Horn, I'm gonna faint. Okay. All right, what do we got? Ooh. We made it. So now it'll be Swampert versus whatever's in the back with one shield apiece. I think this is good. I think we win this. Did they get in another air slash? I think maybe if they double bait, they do win. Or a single bait. So we made the right call. I think we win now. Just had some cheeky Hungry Jacks. Funny story. Hungry Jacks is the Australian version of Burger King. And that's not like an equivalent. We mean like actual Burger King came to Australia and they named themselves Hungry Jacks. And the reason is that there was already a small burger restaurant in Australia called Burger King. And the American Burger King came to Australia and said, we'd like to buy the rights to your name. And the guy who owned Burger King in Australia was like, sure, that'll be $11 billion. And the American Burger King was like, we reject your offer, and just named themselves something else. I heard that story. Not entirely sure how true it is, but I desperately want it to be true, because I think it is hilarious. May the Durant be with you. Back at the graft for me. Good luck with the stream. I'll pop in once I'm done here. Ooh, when will that be? Sounds like a short shift. I went to the UK EU twice in a year, and it gets pretty old being on a plane for 13 hours, then another plane for 7. I didn't mind. I don't mind being on an international flight. It's been a very long time since I was on one though, because like the last time I was on an like a long international flight, like I've been to Singapore in the last few years, but not sure that counts. But yeah, I went last time. It was like a long 12-hour plus trip. I was a teenager, and so like the seats all had like inbuilt entertainment systems in there, and I was absolutely fine. Longest I did was 11.5 to 12 hours in one plane from Frankfurt to Rio, but the flight to Frankfurt was only about 1.5 hours, not 7. Hey Logan. Hey Fish, I discovered the GoCast podcast a few weeks ago and really enjoy your PvP corner segments. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Logan Rocket. Logan is one of the best battlers I know, so I am very happy to hear that from him. Also happy to hear that because like the content we put on the GoCast podcast is like it's designed to be very palatable for newer battlers. So I'm really glad to hear someone as advanced as Logan gets something out of them too. So yeah, thanks for that, mate. Really appreciate it. I was sitting on a plane on the way home from Dubai once, and a guy sitting in the middle seat asked if he could have the aisle seat because he'd just come off a 4-hour flight. I was like, please. You'd have to pry my cold dead body out of this chair. So did you actually tell them no? Because that's hard to do. It's hard to say, no, I'd rather stay in this seat, thanks. Yeah, pretty sure Oz is about 180 times bigger than here in landmass. Where are you from again, Escamp? You're from Germany? I'm guessing by the Frankfurt to Rio flight. Oh, but then no, you flew for 1.5 hours to get to Frankfurt. So I'm guessing you're from a smaller country near Germany. T-Hub says, is the Australian Burger King a big business? It is, yes. So Hungry Jack's is pretty big. McDonald's definitely bigger, but I assume that's the case in America too. Hungry Jack's is the second biggest burger chain as far as I'm aware. I'm guessing. I don't know that for sure, but from what I can tell, Hungry Jack's is the second biggest after McDonald's. I don't know if that's the same for Burger King in America. I told him I just came off a 7-hour flight, and he was like, "Yep, have the seat." that's awesome. Escam says Denmark, very tiny place. Well, welcome from Denmark. I would like to go to Denmark. Lilibear has been to Denmark. I have not. Twas yum. Fun fact: there are more Subways in the world than Macca's. I did know that. I believe Subway is the biggest fast food restaurant chain in the world in terms of number of stores. Their Burger King though is just one tiny restaurant. I don't even know where it is. Where are you talking about? Because in Australia, like that's what I'm saying. Like our Hungry Jack's is Burger King. Just it's called something else, and there's Hungry Jack's everywhere. Jay says there are more Subways because you have sandwich Subways and trains. Yeah, you're like, technicalities. The Burger King you said here made Hungry Jack's change that. No. The American Burger King tried to buy out the Australian Burger King's name, and the Australian Burger King wanted a shit ton of money. And so the American Burger King just said, all right, let's just call ourselves something else. So the American Burger King started up a new burger chain in Australia called Hungry Jack's. And the guy who owned the Australian Burger King got nothing. Willy Wonka, nothing. I meant the actual Burger King, not the Hungry Jack's. Like, is he well off enough to not need the money? I would have taken a couple million. Oh, okay. That I don't know. However well off he is, though, I'm pretty sure he missed out big time. Like, I'm pretty sure he would be ruining the day he missed out on those big Burger King dollars. Burger King Corporation versus Hungry Jack's 69 NSWLR 558 was an Australian court case decided it was a court case concerning a dispute between the United States fast food chain Burger King and its Australian franchisee Hungry Jack's. Oh, I feel like there's going to be more coming in this comment, and I am keen to read it. Tyler asked if the Burger King here was big. I said no. Okay. Gotcha. Alright, we're all on the same page now. Sweet as. I'm convinced Tivoli Gardens is the happiest place on earth. What about Disneyland, Lilibear? You'll offend Disneyland. I think we've won all but one lead so far. We've been so lucky with our leads. I don't even mind if this is sludge wave, so I'm not gonna shield here. Hydro, perfect. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're letting another air slash. So they've got 72 energy. And they shield. I'm gonna guess they want to Poison Fang bait us. Okay, excellent. Now surely they're gonna Shadow Ball. Another Poison Fang, wow. That's another Poison Fang. Or is it? Yes, it is. Never mind. No, nothing to worry about. I think we denied a counter there, which is great. I will actually switch out just in case they did get out a counter. But, like, nothing to worry about here. We are absolutely winning this. I hope I don't have to eat my words. I'm not even gonna shield here. Oh, can we get there? Can we get there? Can we get there? Yes, we can. You bloody beauty. Can we? I think we're one waterfall away from a hydro cannon. No, we're two. No, that's not going to happen. The guy who created Tivoli created it because he went to Disney as a kid and wanted to replicate the feel. Oh, that's cute. So it's adjacently the happiest place on Earth. Disneyland is a pretty happy place. I got engaged there. Oh, Tyler. That's so cute. Did your fiance have any idea that it was coming? And like, what ride were you near? Well, what was it? Like, how public was it? Just so small compared to amusement parks in other countries. Hey, Escamp, size doesn't matter. It's I love it backward. Wow. Did not know that. It's the happiest place for me. Haha, fair. GoFundMe to get Lilibear and Fish on a Heater to Bris Vegas. Hey, I'll pay for that one myself. I've got enough money for that. My family are allegedly planning a trip to Gold Coast in March. Don't say in front of the castle. Oh, don't say in front of, yeah. Oh, was it in front of the castle? I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. It's a romantic place. I wanted it to be like in front of Mickey Mouse though. I want to see Mickey Mouse like officiating your wedding. Well, that's bad. We absolutely have to win switch here. Which I don't think we'll be able to do. If they don't shield, we could. I think those waterfalls are doing slightly more damage. But yeah, even 2 shields, I do not think we're going to win this. Especially if they get through Dragon Tails. I should have thrown one more waterfall before throwing our drill peck. So what's the plan here? Oh yes, I gave up switch. Oh yes. That was a get out of jail free. I keep letting in air slashes. Would have loved to get to another Aquatail there. Oh, we will. So they won't shield because they know they'll survive this. But we might be able to mud shot down from here. Oh, and they quit. Wow, that was spicy. That was a sweaty battle. I've just seen many engagement photos in front of Lilibear. Stop devaluing Tyler's experience. Yeah, why would you give up switch like that? That was not. They absolutely threw that. Like, of course they didn't know that I would be running Swampert in the back. But yeah, like they had the lead so hard won that you've got to, as the opponent, make sure you maintain that hard lead. Tyler says I'm basic, so it makes sense. How much did you pay that person to give up that Switch? Checks in the mail. Man, that was crazy. And they are kicking themselves. Good for us. They probably switch out very quickly. Wow, that's... Is their Dragon Breath doing more damage than ours? Also, I should be aquatailing here. I feel. Okay. I'm gonna shield. They're gonna muddy water, I bet you anything. Power Whip, okay. We called it. Now they switch out. Oh, interesting. Very interesting, Mr. Bond. Oh, they used the second shield. I shall switch into Empoleon. I believe this is going to be Octa. Oh, it's Outrage. That's fine. That's actually probably even better, because it means we don't get nerfed, and this Drill Peck should KO. Oh no. Oh no. Phew. Bring out Goodra, bring out Goodra, bring out Goodra, bring out Goodra. Yes! Oh, it's... Yeah, no. I saw Kingdra there for a second. Oh, good catch. Into a Gyarados. A Waterfall Gyarados. That was 5 waterfalls. Six. So that is 48 energy. So they've got enough for Crunch. But yeah, why would you throw Crunch when you can go after there? I don't know how much energy that Goodra had, which is a problem. Oh, I would love to have caught with the... I tried to catch with the Gyarados there. So I don't know how close that Goodra is to like a power muddy water or something. Okay, we caught a move. Yes, that is big. It might still survive a Hydro, I think. I've got to go for it. I don't think we'll get into Earthquake there. Yeah, no, we wouldn't have. Got to head off now. Thanks for the stream and Triple Water Meme Team. It's been so funny. I'm glad, Jay. Thanks for stopping in. Would you say Goodra for us? Goodra? Does that sound funny? Oh, right. Okay, Goodra for us in the quotation. Gotcha. Yeah. It took me a while. I'm with you now. It is Goodra for us. I mean, not as Goodra as I thought it was. I still remember as a kid, I was at a theme park and we got on the ride that's airplanes that you can move up and down. Is this in Disneyland? And there was a big old costumed koala who got in the plane with me and my brother. Everything was fine until we moved the plane down and got stuck, and the koala kept pointing at my brother and I, like we were the fatties stopping the plane from going up. What a jerk koala. I would have punched that koala in the face after. Alright, we got a Verizian and a Terrakian so far. Also, it turns out Lilibear didn't get the pun initially first. Yeah, I didn't think you had. But there's a ride in Disneyland like that as well. And also the giant koala thing gave it away as not being a Disneyland thing either. Get out of here. Ooh. Although I have been to Tokyo Disney, I suppose. I mean, that's not the same. Also, it's already 11:05 my time. No, we don't have a Disneyland. That'd be funny, Aussie Disneyland. Would we call it like Disneylando? Dizzy, mate. Those teacup rides actually go bonkers quick. You can control the speed though. I have been lucky enough to go to Disneyland twice. And the first time I went, I did go on all the roller coasters, but I had my eyes shut the entire time. And so the second time I was like, well, now I finally get to actually experience those rides properly and keep my eyes open. And one of the ones I was most excited for was Space Mountain. Unfortunately, Space Mountain was shut for renovations when we went, so I got to go on every other roller coaster and actually experience it with my eyes open, but Space Mountain is still a mystery to me. I want to go visit Star Wars Land. Yeah, a lot of people would be sharing that view. I went to the Anaheim Disneyland. And so the second time we went, California Adventure Park had been built as well. It would be Disney Down Under. Of course it would. Of course. I absolutely should have thought of that. Space Mountain was amazing, just saying. Oh, thank you for saying that, Lilibear. My brothers wouldn't believe me when I said all the coasters were in... That is a weird concept, isn't it? I had not thought of that before. I mean, we've got a lot of space in Australia. I'm sure you could find a place. Now, if we're going to encounter Venusaur, Gyarados is the one we want it to come up against. Now, I feel like Crunch... I feel like they're not going to shield, so probably should have gone Crunch. Very poor decision. They still don't shield. Ballers. It hurts so much. I'm gonna let this go. Oh, wow, okay. Come on, switch, please! Oh, they didn't get the Thunder Punch off. Now we should actually be able to farm down the Venusaur with the Swampert in this range. Not that it's gonna matter. Now we're just playing out the clock here. Can we play out the clock? Surely not. If they were on like half the health they had, then a waterfall would have KO'd. I went to Orlando for 2 months without going to Disney World somehow. What? How? That's like going to it's like going to the White House and not taking a shit there. I don't know. Like, if I went to the White House, okay, it sounds like a weird thing to say, but if you went to the White House, surely you'd want to use the bathrooms. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. I have to take a shit in the same place the president does. When we were planning our trip to the US, I was like, oh man, we could stop off at Disneyland, and Fish was like, already been there twice. But also, our trip to the US was just a side mission for our trip to Canada. If we do Disneyland, that has to be a full trip. It can't just be a side trip. S-Camp says it's so expensive, man. Went to Universal Studios though. Gonna go Disney next time. My girlfriend's mom, I read that in the American accent, mom, works for Disney now and gets free ticket. Holy Moses. What does she do for Disney? It wouldn't be my first thought. Well, it should be, Tyler. You'd rather pull a Snoop Dogg and light up in the White House bathroom. That's a cool idea too. I'm a clean guy, so I don't partake. I'm happy to just shit. But I respect your decision. So I'm pretty sure that was 7 counters. I assume I didn't count wrong. A drill run shouldn't hurt still. They're not going to shield this. Surely. Surely. They shielded. What? They double shielded. Sacre bleu. Ooh, I would have loved to have gotten that off before they got their move off. Hopefully they let this go down and don't switch it out. Okay, what's next? I am happy with this development. Now I feel like this is going to be outrage. I'm actually gonna shield. Because, like, Swampert is not gonna like trying to take that thing on its own, even at half HP. Like, you gotta get to an Earthquake, and by then, like, you're gonna lose heaps of HP through Dragon Breath. Ah, yuck. Okay. We can farm down with Mudshots. Oh, snap. Ah, boo. We should be fine. We should be able to Mudshot down before they can Dragon Breath us. Especially if we get to a Hydro Cannon. Or if they quit. When I went to Tokyo, granted it was years and years ago, it was $50 cheaper than our crappy theme parks. Our theme parks are pretty good. Like, of course they don't compare to Disneyland, but like, it's Disneyland. Warner Brothers Movie World is quite fun. The whole thing was a side trip to going to the NFL? I don't remember that. When did we ever want to go to an NFL game? She's a trip booker, or whatever the heck it's called. She takes on other people's vacation bookings for the resorts and parks. She takes other people's vacation bookings for the resorts and parks, I suppose. So nothing too fancy. Oh yeah, I didn't expect it to be like, oh, I'm Mickey's personal assistant. I know they've got boring jobs too. Tyler says, Mom, I have to go to the bathroom. Hold it in, little Timmy. We're almost at the White House. Did your parents ever call you Mikey as a kid? My parents didn't. A lot of my friends did. Actually, when I was like primary school age, the only nickname I had was Mickey D. And as I got older, there were others like Mickey, Mike, Daggers. Escamp paid $255 for a 4-day ticket to Universal. I mean, it's worth it considering like you don't have to pay for any of the attractions. You're really only paying for like food. I feel like that was dumb given the Italian nature. Too much to see in a week. I love Movie World. Oh, Newfoundland. Right. Yes. Okay. I thought you were talking about an NFL game. I'm like, what NFL game were we going to see in Canada? 2-day ticket was $175, so might as well get the 4-day ticket with the 2 parks being as large as they are. Disney World is the same thing, if not a bit worse, and you need more days because of the amount and size of the parks. Yeah, well, Lilibear's saying a week isn't enough, and I, having not been there, it sounds like I agree with her. But the food is so expensive, $12 for the smallest and saddest slice of pizza you've ever seen. That is bad. I am sorry to hear that. Hey, Left J, how goes it tonight? It's going very, very well so far. We've gotten a 4-1 and a 3-2 with our triple water team. What are we on tonight? We're 1-1 for this one. We've caught a lot of good leads, like a lot of Dragonite leads with our Gyarados. And a few Swamperts. And we had the best the paid actor. How was your weekend? And how's your ULPC been going? JD says the tickets for my... JD's back. The tickets for my vacation are roughly the same as the vacation. The tickets for my... Oh, okay, cool. The tickets for my vacation pretty much make up the whole expenses for the vacation. That's funny. You have to take buses between the parks. It's a very long hike. Yeah, I've heard the old thing that Anaheim Disneyland can fit in the car park of Disney World. I always had people wanting to go there and have to explain that it's actually pretty hard to get around. Left J says, I may have forgotten about GBO. Hope your best mate's wedding and the other events were paid. They were, definitely. Thank you for asking. I appreciate that. By the end of Sunday, I was pretty tired and beat up. Had a migraine and all that. So that wasn't a super fun end, but that was like the last couple of hours of a very, very good weekend. Yeah, thanks for asking, Matt. Yeah, paying for a whole family would have been... like, you'd have to just take a deep breath. I was very lucky where for a while, my dad was making just oodles of money in the job he was in. Just like, he worked in retail, but he had like a particular managerial position where he would make he would make more money during like the week leading up to Christmas than most people would make annually. And so we got to go on a lot of overseas trips as I was younger. Now, that didn't last too long because like the company he worked for was bought out by a like national conglomerate company that like one of the, you know, the bigger a company is, the more they just like treat their workers like shit and penny pinch like crazy. So like they tried to put him on a new contract that was worth like a near like insignificant fraction of what he was getting, and he was like, nah, screw this, and he left and just tried to start his own business. And he you know, never even came close to making that same money again, but like he was happy that, you know, starting his own, like being his own boss was more rewarding, and he was already set up, like he was good enough financially, good enough with his money to set himself up that he was never, like, money was never a stress again for him. But yeah, I brought that up because, like, at the time, paying for a family to go to Disneyland wasn't really any big deal to him. So I'm very lucky to have been in that position, to be a beneficiary of that. Lilibear says, all the people who are like, yeah, I want to go to Disney World for 2 days, like, how could I? And you just have to be like, maybe that's not the best decision. Left J says, well, if you'll ever make it to Anaheim Disneyland and I happen to be there, my hometown is like 30 minutes away. All right. Party at Left J's. Let's go. Have fun exploring 75% of the smallest park. Trips to the US in general are so expensive for Aussie families, but even with it. Not even with it. There we go. Then you include Disneyland and you're like, no thank you. For us too, to be honest, it's gotten cheaper in recent years, but not many families from here go outside Europe for vacation. And that's fair enough, because like Europe has a lot of different like cool destinations. Like the US, there's different places you can go in the US and you would get different experiences, sure. But like, I don't think that compares to Europe, where like you could go to Germany, you can go to France, you can go to Denmark, and they're all so wildly different. Italy, Spain, Siberia. Lilibear says, I've done holidays for families that are like 20 grand for 2 to 3 weeks, going to about 4 to 5 different states. That, I mean, my family was probably one of those many years ago. Didn't pay for a Disneyland ticket throughout high school and college because I had friends working there. Whoa, wow. But they've all moved on, so last time I went, I had to pay, and my wallet hurt. It's cool that you still wanted to go, though, even after you stopped being able to get free tickets. I just finished a story how I suggested to Fish we stop off in Anaheim, and he was like, nah, I've been there twice. I'm just happy that my girlfriend and her family lives 15 minutes from Universal and 45 to 60 from Disney World, so don't have much to worry about transport when I go. Wait, so I thought you lived in Denmark. Does your girlfriend live in America and you live in Denmark? I'd love to be able to pop on a plane, so just hop on a plane, just take a quick detour to Finland. DeFi's here. Hello, DeFi. Can we have a shout out for DeFi, please? Hope you're doing well, and please don't do anything while you are driving. Don't be on your phone while you're driving. Oh yeah, for sure, but when you get above 20 to 25 years of age, you've kind of been to most places, and if you've gone on vacation, like... Oh, so... For me, it's, like... Obviously, I'm no longer in a position where, like, we're going on a round-the-world trip every year, so... Now I'm in a position where, you know, I'm fending for myself, and I make so little money that going overseas again will be a very big privilege. And if I'm lucky enough to have that privilege, there's so much of the world to see that I don't want to use that privilege on something that I've already experienced. I absolutely want to go somewhere that I have not experienced before. Been to most states, not that exciting. That is correct. 7,500 kilometer long distance. Wow. Did your girlfriend like begin in Denmark? Was she in Denmark when you started dating, or vice versa? Were you in America when you started dating? Thank you, Lilibear, for the shout out. Hey, Scam Locust is here. Crushed my factions dream of starting 1-0 yet? Are you two matched up in factions? That's cool. What specialists are you? I'll be going to California in a month. I can't wait. That sounds exciting. I'm excited for you, Tyler. Fish can't travel in consecutive years either, so I have to wait. Actually, well, Lilibear, I have not mentioned it yet, but I absolutely feel like what happened to me earlier in the year with the whole bullying stuff, that absolutely breaks the pattern. I cannot say that 2-year pattern still exists anymore. Newly graduated and unemployed, let's go. For me, it's not that. It's I choose to work in fields that pay far less, but I enjoy more. I have always been so averse to working a job I hate. Oh, it looks like the Queen Bees has already beaten Scam Locust's team. DeFi says, I use voice to text while I'm driving. I'm not ashamed about it. Well, if you're watching Twitch, it's still bad. We met in Rio, just to make it so much easier to understand. So she was born in America, and you're a native to Denmark, and you happen to meet in Rio and went long distance. That is crazy. Just for you, Fish, I will not battle Candela to work on my training badge while I'm driving. Thank you, DeFi. I appreciate it. If I can keep you alive for one day, I'll be satisfied. Tis my first season with the new squad and first time as the Open Great League slot, so I dodged DeFi over in Twilight. Oh, what was I gonna say? Who are you with? Who's in your team? Lilybear's happy about the breaking the pattern thing, but you also don't like to travel too much on account of being tight with money. Yeah, that's another hurdle we gotta get over. I lived a semester. Yeah, still typing, DeFi. I lived a semester in Spain, but that was back in 2012. If I get a chance to go overseas again, I definitely would want to go back. Yeah, fair enough. Like, I know a lot of people are different to me in that regard, that they are more than happy to experience the same thing over and over again. S-Camp is in my corner though, says that sounds so much better, rather do something that's enjoyable and make less, for sure. Oh yeah, so yeah, enjoy, in my corner about the career thing. She's born in Rio, okay, and she moved to America for work. I 100% need to get back to Ireland before I do anything else. What, even our trip to Canada? We were up 10-8 with just DeFi's match to play last night. Final score 11-10. Oh, gross. I'm sorry to hear that. Sforts changed his name. Good morning. How are you? Sforts like... Sforts... Nah, I keep wanting to say sports. It's sports... Sea Salt. Oh no, Sea Stolt. Thank you for the follow. Welcome into the stream. We are just chatting before getting into the next battle. We've been doing very well in our triple water battle so far. We've gone out of 12 battles. We've gone 8 wins. We've gone 8-4. What do you do for a living? Sorry if you've talked about it before, don't think I've heard. That's okay. I do actually a number of things. And I do kind of less hours of each thing. And they all kind of build up to a full career. So I umpire junior football, or referee junior football. I run poker games in pubs. I host trivia nights, do a little bit of private MC work. I consider streaming a job, although the income that Palatown makes isn't really, I'm not treating it as my income. It's because it's all that money is intended to eventually go back into projects and like ways to grow the Palatown community. I feel like I had such awesome experiences in the places I went that I now need to take you to these places, but also there's too many other places. Yeah, I know, right? It is a big problem. I feel like we're gonna be able to travel to Ireland way before the US. Yeah, maybe. I don't know what the Irish COVID situation's like. Her mum married an American, so she moved with her. Nice. Nice to go over there with her and like keep her company, because like moving to a new country would be insanely difficult. It's a big thing to do. Voice to text isn't typing, my eyes aren't leaving the road. Also scam, GG's on factions. It was a well fought week. Well, yes, yeah. I'm not happy about it, but I will accept your... Because like, my problem is Twitch is still open, which is very distracting. But I have done something similar before where I've wanted to listen to a song, so I've popped it on YouTube, then started driving, and so I don't get distracted by the visuals of the video, I will like pull down the notification bar, like that. Also, Ireland is like a 10-day trip, easy peasy cheap. Wow, we can do all of Ireland in 10 days and then we don't need to do it ever again. No, that's it. Sforzando. Okay, right. Okay, so this is finally hitting me now that first Z is silent. Why is a Z there if it's silent? Since when is there a silent Z in anything? New faction is mostly locals. I don't actually live there anymore, but spent a good chunk of my adult life there. Best players on our squad, at least the ones I know, GCG 1988, Crazy Megan 24, and Absolute Nothing. I'm afraid I don't know any of those players. But it's cool that you're able to jump in a squad with your local team, with your local players, or former locals anyway. DeFi's autocorrects. Her voice to text corrected educator to Peter. I can't really argue with doing what you love for less money. Yeah, that's exactly right. DeFi is the queen of that. Doing something she loves, even though it pays absolutely less than it should. That's cool, man. So just making a living out of a bunch of things you enjoy. Exactly. I've always tried to turn the things I love into a career. Now, one warning I guess I would give to anyone looking to do the same in turning their passions into a career. I can't claim to be the originator of this thought. I did hear it somewhere else, but it's something I absolutely agree with, and it is something that I have thought myself in the past, where the old saying goes, pick a job you love and you won't work a day in your life. In reality, if you pick a job you love, you'll be working far harder than anyone else you know every day of your life. I have a very long, storied history of deciding that I've got a new passion and working out how to turn that passion into a career, and that passion slowly becoming less and less of a passion because it's then tied in with the stress of needing to make an income from it. And it's not something I've been able to avoid. I don't really have anything in my life that I do just for fun. It always ends up turning into, oh, how can I build this into something I can live off of? It's a bit of a problem, but also, I read a book recently. It's a very successful book. You've probably heard of it, called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. And that book describes how everything has stresses that come with it. And our job is to pick the stresses that are worth stressing about. Bossman HD, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. We will be getting back to battles eventually. We're just having a good old chat, which I hope is fine, because I personally, when I'm watching a Twitch streamer, I like the chat more than the battles, to be honest. And I hope you are the same, Bossman. Scam Locust says, fun and unrelated fact, although Americans catch a lot of mockery for the use of the word soccer, it was actually coined as a term by an Englishman. I did know that. And in Australia, unless you've got like a European background of some kind, Australians will say soccer as well. But yeah, soccer is an abbreviation of association, and it was there was some sort of evolution. So it was association football, and then it evolved into like ASOC or something, and then a soccer, and then just soccer, or something like that. Well, I want to party with fish at a pub now. I'm not a drinker. I'm very, so I turn up to these quiz nights, I host my show, and then I leave straight away. I don't hang around and drink after. I'm very boring. Moving to a new country, probably gonna have to do that shit within it. Oh, really? Where are you thinking of going? You catch Pokemon while driving, please. I've got my gotcha that does most of the catching. I very rarely catch by hand. In DeFi's defense, this is basically a talk show, and that's a normal thing to listen to. Okay, I accept that logic. The Republic, anyway, the good half, in my opinion. Oof, strong words, them fighting words. But I am considering sneaking into the British half. Left J says DeFi Spoon has it out for Peter. Or maybe DeFi Spoon really likes Peter. I'm just happy to be in a faction where everyone finished their battles. Yeah, that would just be frustrating. If everyone was just like, I'll get around to it. Just no one was passionate about it. Well, we couldn't just leave the letter Z out. Poor letter Z would never get to be silent somewhere. I mean, that's fine. It's not Z's job. I hate to sound Zist or anything, but a Z should not be silent ever. Ever checked out The Art of Asking by Amanda Parr? I have not. I haven't heard of it before, actually. National Bowler, hey, welcome in. How are you? It's 100% soccer. Lilibear says if we called it football, no frigging person would ever know what sport you were referring to here. Yeah, because in Australia, if you say football, depending on who you're talking to, it could mean one of like 4 different codes. It could be like round ball football, it could be Australian rules football, or it could be like two different rugby codes. Joel Joyous, thank you for the follow. Welcome in, friend. How are you, and where are you joining us from? Left J says, I've watched fish catch by hand during com day. It isn't pretty. Because I don't fast catch, or because I'm very inaccurate? To be fair, Aussie rules uses feet a lot more than any other footballs. Well, that is a bold-faced lie, Lilibear. Round ball football, absolutely. Like, it's literally, you can't use anything but your feet. Or, that's not exactly true, but you get the idea. My point stands. S-Game says, probably going to have to move to the US within a few years, trying to not have that 7,005. Okay, yeah, that old thing. The old not wanting to have a relationship over 7,500 kilometers. We've all been there. National Bowler says, tired and stressed. Why is that? Are you at liberty to say why you're so tired and stressed? Aussies are too lazy to say AFL or Aussie rules. We say AFL a lot, but that's a league, not a sport. Aussie rules is a sport. And there's no fast catch, gotcha. Of course, soccer uses feet more. I was referring to every other football. Yeah, right, convenient. Actually once had a person who insisted on calling it soccer telling me that American football was the real football because the ball is a foot long. I admire their tenacity. AFL is always football, so Sports says the word rendezvous. Now you have to son of a bitch! Did you come up with that off the top of your head, or did you Google Silent Z? French words don't count. You can find a bunch of French words with silent Z's. Go to France, Z. Get out of this Western environment, Western hemisphere. Finals for school the next week, and I'm way by. Oh, gross. And so you're like, I should probably study. Wait, no. I'm gonna go watch Twitch. What subjects are we looking at? I was waiting for someone to find a silent Z. Classic American mentality, rounding 11 inches to a foot. Plot twist, the ball is not a foot long. Not even an American, was a Danish person from wow. Googled the mess out of it. That's why I'm terrible at trivia games. Our football is probably a foot long. I don't know. I mean, it's actually in the rule book how big an Australian football needs to be, but I don't remember. That's not one that I've committed to memory as a football referee. Okay, for sure I Googled the mess out of it. It's an American in training. I just found out my city has an Australian rules football team, and one day I'll learn the rules and go watch them. I'd be interested to see your opinion. National Bowler says, I just woke up, so that's my excuse. Business strategy and marketing. Ooh. That sounds like an interesting course to me. Would you agree? Or is it much easier to say that on the outside without having actually experienced it? Alright, let's finally get into another battle. Wait, so do you have Subway? How do they advertise their footlongs in other? They call it a footlong. And we trust them. Crobat, hey? I Bummer. So that is enough for Shadow Ball. No, it's not. It's 54 energy. Ah, good move. I am going to let this Hydro through. Ooh, got a shield out of them. Yeah. And they used the rest of their energy. They probably... actually, no, they couldn't have farmed me down from there. I don't think. Let's just go ahead and... Oh, we didn't need... Our switch time was up. Oh, did they get in 2 air slashes there? I'm gonna shield. I think that's Poison Fang. Yeah. Oh, okay, great. Okay, that's real handy. Oh no! Rip! Okay, no, this is fine. This is fine. Looks like they're building up as much energy as possible. They use their shield. They're gonna farm. Oh, what? Why throw your energy now? That's dumb. They're quite likely gonna acid spray me, but I will shield nonetheless. Oh, maybe they have Mega Horn. We got there. Lilibear says 72.5 centimeters. That's not the size of an Aussie Rules football, right? Are you referring to something else? They do call it a foot long, but God knows I only know how long a foot is if I imagine a foot long sub. Lilibear, the rulers we used to get in school, they're a foot long. 30 centimeters. 12 inches. I love all sports, so I'm sure I would enjoy it. Okay, that's good to know. It's strange. I hear a lot of Americans marveling at how we don't use pads. Escamp is suspicious of the supposed 5'9" average height. AFL is amazing. Can't call them out for it though, they get big, man. That's a big ball. Yeah, I don't think 72.5 centimeters is right. Oh, Fish and chat, have you all prepared for the frustration event? I am as prepared as I am gonna be. I feel like I still don't have enough charge TMs available, but oh boy, am I ready. You are going through your Shadow Mons now. Good luck. That's the circumference. There we go. But still, even then, 72 sounds... Oh, that's the long ways circumference. I have too many shadow mons, don't even know what to do with them. Just use the play metric system. I got 150 TMs ready to go. Woo, boy. Oh, and that's tomorrow. Wow, the 9th crept up real quick. As an American, I agree. We just want to feel special. I was talking about it with... I mentioned it to the boys at GoCast podcast. Like, time for you all to convert to metric. And they're like, Fish, America's ready for the metric system. We are ready. Someone make the call. Why on earth would I know a foot is 30 centimeters? Because they had the inches in them as well. On one side it had the centimeters, and on the other side it had inches. It was 12 inches! Come on, Lilibear! I wish we used metric in the USA. It makes so much more sense. I agree, sports. And also putting the day before the month in the date makes more sense. Eyeless Jack. Sorry, we don't add random people from chats here, but if you Google Pokemon Go friend codes, you'll be able to find friend codes there. DeFi has officially parked her car. Have fun at work, DeFi. Oh, you had to use metric in math class. Wow. I have stolen your, but buggered if I want to use the Imperial measuring system. Well, I never used the inches, says Lilibear. But they were there, said Fish. I very much enjoyed the talk show this morning. Also, working with immigrants from Latin America, having to teach them Imperial system is stupid. Metric makes so much. Everyone wants the metric system. Just give the Americans what they want. We learned Imperial all my life. Then when we hit science classes in high school and college, metric took me by surprise. I can imagine, like, for someone growing up with the Imperial system, having to switch to metric would be like having to switch from Mac to PC. You're like, everything works differently and I don't like it. Lilibear says, yes, what the fuck, you all put the months first. That's just confusing. Now I'm heading inside to teach the youths of America. Thanks, DeFi, for hanging out. And I still haven't gotten back to the GP yet on when that appointment is. It is on my to-do list. I will definitely get onto that. I would agree switching the metric system to the metric system, but I will never understand putting the day first. It doesn't just feel nicer going in order of size? Day, month, year? 9 people who had to see my ID in the US wish me a happy... My birthday is in November and my ID is clearly Danish. I can understand making that mistake though. Yeah, but it takes you a week to get used to a PC from Mac. How long do they need to get used to the dang metric system? I couldn't switch. That would be crazy. I'd have to memorize what every number is in the opposite system. Yeah, and that's a good point. Like going from Imperial to metric, you at least know, okay, it's 10, 10, 10. Like, but it would be hard if you're used to a foot. It would be so hard to visualize a meter, or like a yard and a meter are pretty close. Like you would think, oh, that's a yard. Or you try and measure out 100 yards, and that's only 90 meters. My day is far enough through that I don't have that issue. Fish will have to travel in September to try and get you birthday wishes. Sure thing. But specifically on the 1st of November. No, sorry, 1st of September. Learning metric conversions, it made so much more sense. Imperial makes no sense. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. 1 foot is 3 yards. I think you mean 1 yard is 3 feet. 1 gallon is 4 quarts at 8 pints. Yeah, you are correct. Yeah, I confirmed I do know my own birthday. I do know what you mean. Yeah, I could not even give you the slightest indication of how much a quart is. Never seen it pointed out to me. I'd probably have a bit more of an idea of a gallon. I feel like a gallon would be relatively close to a litre in metric. Now, I should have gone Empoleon, really. Ooh, interesting. So we're gonna get a shield out of him on the next one, I think. I'm gonna let this go. They're absolutely shielding this. No way they don't. What an idiot. That's very harsh of me. They probably have a perfectly reasonable explanation for that. So that was 6. I don't think that's Shadow Ball. Oh, phew. I was so close to shielding. My thumb was going towards the shield button. So I think that's 5 counted so far. Ooh. 6. Okay, must be 7 now. So I've got I have to shield here. It's annoying having to shield in the Scavalier. Oh, we were so close. They don't have enough for 2 drill runs, do they? Because that would suck real hard. I think they were very close. How many pints in a mile, though? Good question, Escamp. I'm guessing 1/4 of a gallon, but geez. I mean, that sounds sense. That sounds sense. It sounds sense, Lilibear. Sounds like it makes sense. No, 1/4 is its own measurement. Fuck that! Get out of here, Imperial system. We have the better music naming system though. Like our 64th notes are called hemi, demi, semi quavers in other countries. Okay. I accept your proposal there. No, actually, no. I take that back. Hemi, demi, semi quavers is so much more fun than 64th notes. Oh, la-di-da, look at us, we're just using our numbers. I would much rather call it a hemi, demi, semi quaver. I think people back in the day were just making it up as they went. Well, okay. I read that the scientific community arbitrarily decided that they would, when they were making up, that when they were deciding how long would a meter be, they decided to make it the distance that light travels in one something fifth of a second. Why? No clue. But I assume that there's the same kind of bullshit going on with the imperial measurements. Like, someone decided, oh, let's make a quart equivalent to the amount of liquid that a cow's uterus holds. Something dumb like that. I'm gonna be forever confused just from the conversation about this supposed measuring system. Left J says, after moving to a country that uses imperial, having to constantly keep pounds to kilograms and Fahrenheit to Celsius, etc. in mind as a house, I can imagine. Scam agrees with me that's in saying that hemi, demi, semi quaver is delightful and also ludicrous. That's like going on holidays and trying to keep track of how much money you're spending. Yeah, right. The quaver system has a strong fun factor. Yeah, right. I believe I read it off Wikipedia though, so take it with a grain of salt. 4 quarts to a uterus. Yeah, back in the day they'd say, give me 4 quarts to a uterus. Pretty sure milk isn't held in the uterus. I know that, Lilibear. I know how a cow works. I'm just gonna call it 1 uterus of milk now. Hello? I would like 1 uterus, please. Make sure to say it in a semi, demi, hemi, bemi, flabetti voice. I only drink cow's milk from the uterus. Ain't no other way to do it. Come on, attack please. I'd like my energy. Come on, I can't imagine how many fast moves I lost there, which is really annoying because I needed that energy. Alright. Hopefully... No, there is no way they'll try and acid spray me. There would be no reason to acid spray. Alright, so I guess Gyarados has got to come in. But I wish I could have matched up that Empoleon with that Sylveon. That's a lot of energy. Hopefully they don't Mega Horn us. That would hurt. There's that acid spray. Switch, switch, switch. Come on. Switch, you coward. Everyone's doing it. Oops. Okay. With 2 shields, I'm liking our chances. So that's Poison Fang, obviously. I feel like we're gonna have to shield Poison Fangs at some point in this battle. Interesting. And a shield, I guess. I'm going to fire the Hydro as soon as possible, then switch out into Gyarados to remove the debuff. Oh. Oh. I did not realize they were out of move. Oh, would have loved to get out that Aqua Tail. Now do we survive a Psyshock here? But yeah, we will survive a Psyshock. The next question is, will we survive the charms that come after that? We made it. We made it. Is that Crobat still alive? Or... no. Why have I not been using triple water up until now? We are absolutely smashing with this team. Look at that, another 4-1. We went 11 and 4 with this team. There's also no way a Uterus holds 4 quartz. I don't even know what 4 quartz is, but it sounds like a lot. I was saying that it would be 1 quart to a Uterus for a start. And secondly, I thought that was undershooting it because I feel like a quart is less than a gallon. To make it better, there's 3 different kinds of quart. Get out of here, Escamp! Well, I got the Hydro off without a snuck-in Charmers fish living right by the server. Unfortunately, that turned out to be CMP. Ever had the GBO reward prevent you from playing your next set? No. What do you mean exactly? Hey, Joel. Joel, I absolutely should have thought of an answer for that by now, but I have not. What do you recommend? The weight in grams depends on what you're trying to measure, because a quart is volumetric, apparently. Oh boy. Well, boys and girls, this will be a tough one. Quarts are great, so much fun. But this is going real well so far. I'm starting to think that we should not have started one more set. Because it's past midnight now, so our sets have restarted. I'm gonna let this go and Dragon Breath down. Well, I mean, I won't be able to Dragon Breath all the way down. I'll need shields. But then I also need the... Oh, why did I go with Aquatail there? Because I was trying to bait. Yeah, of course. That's why I was doing that. Light FBS, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. And the dead shield! Oh! Oh! Yo, I'm choking on my own rage. Where are you joining us from? Light FES? Now they absolutely have another wild charge ready. In fact, I think they're almost at 2. Fair enough. Oh, they're gonna farm us down with Thundershocks, the bastards. We got in a waterfall, which is great. But unless that KOs, we are not gonna be happy. Oh, maybe. I was wondering there. I actually didn't know if once the damage went through, would it register as the debuffed? Wow, they had double electric. Get out of here. Would they register as the debuffed damage or the prior damage? And looks like the prior damage, because like if it was the debuffed damage, then that Electivire would have gone down. I had a glitch where my Mewtwo kept jumping out of the ball, or the app would crash and I couldn't catch it for a good 10 minutes, dumping the app and restarting a bunch of... Wow, okay. I have not had that. I had a Darkrai take 40 Ultra Balls and all my other Pokeballs and couldn't keep playing. Wow. Yeah, that sucks. I have not had that, no. Joel says Lapras, Hypno, and Alolan Mark. Oh, actually, that sounds very much like a team I ran for a while and got good results with, which was Lapras, Venusaur, and Alolan Mark, I believe it was. I feel like there's going to be Nidoqueen everywhere, which makes Lapras and Hypno quite good. Scam Lucas says this person has lost too many games to Triple Water already. They're like, never again. I wish there was a toggle to turn off the chance to get legendaries and rewards. Oh, well, see, I like getting the legendaries more than most other things. Senpai, right, I know who you are, Light FPS. You're known as Dreepy in the Pallet Town server. Left J says, start TMing frustration. I should probably do that, yes. Just do all your sets again, long stream. I do have work tomorrow. Let's not forget that. And while I can do that work, falling asleep, I would rather not. This music reminds me of the American Horror Story theme for 1984. I have not seen any American Horror Story. Does that shock you? Discord, Texas Streepy, FES in game. Gotcha. Welcome in, mate. Good to see you here. The debuff applies first. Really, Scam? Because I would have been sure that Electivire would have gone down. By the way, before I forget, do you know if Inner Bloom quit streaming? Saw him on here at some point, but he hasn't streamed on his own channel in a while. I didn't think he'd quit. I have not heard anything from him, but I don't talk to people much. He's in our Gym Breakers World Cup team, so I know he's still playing. I don't know why he wouldn't be streaming, sorry. Actually don't, because I keep having to rewind Bond. Sorry about that. Sports says double electric, yikes. My source is Wind Waker SD. I have not verified myself, but he's like a PvP mechanics robot, so I believed it without question. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know in the slightest, so that's all the information I have to go on at the moment. Fair enough. I don't talk to anyone either. I only asked because I saw him on here and thought you might know. Yeah, I have talked to him. It's not something I like admitting out loud, but I tend to talk to people mainly when I need something. And so I've talked to him to like organize, like during the organizing of stuff like when he appeared on this channel or gym breakers and stuff, I will like make conversation with him then. Oh, did they switch? Ah, interesting. I should probably have switched out to Empoleon there, to be honest. That ended up not being a very good decision. Oh, gross. They caught the butt. I mean, no, actually, this works out well for us. Okay, I'm actually happy that happened in the end. We've still got 2 shields. I'm worried about what they could have in the back there. Oh, perfect. I guess I should switch now so I can get as many mud shots in as I can before they switch into Dragonite. Good move. Man, equip. Bowler, I'm surprised you only have 31 Stardust there. I would have thought that'd be more. I guess you get more for chatting. I think he mentioned he hadn't streamed in a bit when he was here. Okay. But I could be thinking of someone else. I know Clouder Chowder was here, and she was saying she hadn't streamed in a while. Hasn't streamed in over 2 weeks. There you go. I definitely won that left, Jay, because they didn't shield the drill peck, which meant Poliwrath was farmable by Gyarados. I got off my energy, so I was definitely the winner out of that transaction. Due to our time differences, I don't get here as often as I would like, I'm going to be honest. I totally understand. It's always a pleasure when you can make it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ooh. Oh, and I tried to bait him. So I'm going to now build up a bit more energy and then bring out Empoleon. I think that was 7 ice shards. Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 So now they're on 0. I believe I win CMP against Lapras. Thank you, Shaq B, for the follow. Welcome in. Let us know where you are visiting from. Okay, so that's Seed Bomb. I think they're 2 away from another Shadow Ball. If I counted that right. So I'm gonna have to double shield this. Oh, defense fail. That's big. They're just gonna go Seed Bomb. Now, the fact that I'm double shielding this is gonna tip them off to the fact that I really do not want to match up whatever's in the back against this thing. But they didn't shield. I think I'm gonna lose CMP here. Oh, wow. Didn't even get to the Hydro Cannon. That's weird. Bummer. Let's go, and great patience. Great patience. Which part of the battle are you referring to? Ooh, we're on a negative so far. We've done very well tonight. We've gone 2 4-1s and a 3-2. We don't want to ruin it right at the end with a negative set. What time is it across the western pond? Well, we're east, aren't we? This is so bad. This is just the worst. Wow, I wasn't actually expecting them to throw the Thunder Punch there, so I'm glad they did, but now they're going to switch in something else that will probably, presumably, beat Swampert. So if I can maybe burn some shields and maybe... wow. Nope, they're determined to hold on to them. I was going to say maybe we can then... that would allow Empoleon to beat Ampharos. To answer your question that I completely ignored before, Bowler, right now it is 12:30 in the morning for us. I got confused for a second because I'm like, where aren't we like eastern as you can get? I think the only country that's more eastern than us is oh yuck. Is New Zealand. I don't like this. You're gonna have to just let that go. The ball switches are gonna get me anyway. Came very close. Not bad. Shaq B says, did I pronounce that right, by the way? Shaq B? Or is there a better way to pronounce that? Toronto, Canada is where you're from. G'day. Welcome to Pallet Town. Oh, the previous win. Gotcha. Greg's here. Hey, Greg. How was your weekend? 16.5 hour difference. Yeah, we are plus 10:30. And I believe, like, Eastern time there is -5? Or maybe that's, like, out of daylight saving? Or in daylight saving it's -5. Fish is an entire work day in the future from me. Oops. So, we went negative, unfortunately, for this last set. Shaq B is perfect. Tough battles. You definitely missed a mud shot in the battle prior to this one. You should have gotten 1 Hydro Cannon before they got to 2. Yeah, I thought that was the case as well. I think I would have lost CMP anyway because my Swampert is a pretty high rank one. But yeah, I think either way, even if we did win CMP there, I think we were still losing, but I don't quite remember now. Now, this Gyarados has been such a great pick for us that I almost don't want to use it here. Like, I'd rather, like, swap in one of the others. Why did they undercharge so much? Oh, because they're frozen. And they quit. So swapping in Empoleon actually wasn't that great an option. I should have tried to time it to catch another body slam. That was kind of the thought process, but then I just did a dumb thing and swapped as soon as they threw their first body slam. And the idea was there to potentially draw out a counter user like an Escavalier. Like, if they had Escavalier, I would have loved that. Because then I could just go to town on that thing with Gyarados after. But we finished with the win. I don't care how it came. Oh. That was our last one, wasn't it? Yeah. And you know what? This team has gone so well that I'm considering running it for my future ULPC battles. But I believe by the time I wake up tomorrow, we will no longer be in ULPC. Bola says, yeah, it's confusing over here with daylight and all that jazz. Yeah, stupid daylight. What's the deal with daylight? Am I right? Shaq says esports ready. When is it better to have IVs for winning CMP versus best rank IVs? That is a really good question. I think it's very dependent on the matchup you're referring to. So I haven't looked into it, but I suspect you probably want a better Swampert, a higher attack Swampert for the mirror match, because either way, whether you've got a high ranking one or not, it's going to take 2 Hydro Cannons to take you out. Okay, we can check that. That'll be pretty easy to check. So let's go Swampert versus Swampert. And let's go, we'll maximize the stat product on the first ones. This is a rank 1 now. And this second one, we will maximize the attack. So the second one wins because it's getting that third Hydro Cannon off first. The bulkier ones, the bulkier Swampert's Hydro Cannons are doing 75 damage to the attack weighted one. Why does it say 74 for the attack weighted one? What? What's going on there? Is the defense of the bulkier one making up for the extra attack of the attack weighted one? Because if so, that is blowing my mind right now. Kanto Cup in 7 hours, hoping to scrape together the last 150 elo to get to Legend. I'm rooting for you, man. Good luck. I'm thinking Trevenant in particular. I can't figure out which one to build. Ooh, okay. Let's do a quick search to see what beats what. Knowing me, I'll probably tank to 2400 elo in 3 days instead of hitting Legend. I believe in US Cam. We all believe. Pallet Town is behind US Cam. Hello, Fine Panic. How are you today? Fine Panic's probably streaming, so he probably won't answer. I'm so glad I'm not the only one who sits in front of PvP going, what? Yeah, that, I mean, I don't do it too often, but that one where I was like, what? All right, let's do a quick like Matrix battle. With 2 Trevenants. Are we talking Ultra League? I assume we're talking Ultra League. And we're going the Ultra League meta. Or should we go Premier Classic meta? Fish is getting sleepy. Actually, you know what? Instead of going a rank 1 versus a rank 1 attack, why don't you give me the exact IVs of the Phantumps you're looking to evolve? You do it all the time. Good old open. Alright. So yeah, just hand me the IVs of the 2 Phantom. We will check it out. Meanwhile, who else is live? We got Rob, we've got 7 Even, we've got Fine Panic, we've got Red Ready Man, we've got Enhoff. Okay, so the first one is 14, 12, 12. Oh, 4, 12, 12. Sorry for making anyone else tired. Good night, Light FES, and good luck later in MLPC or Kanto. Everyone, I gotta get ready for work. Good luck, have fun at work. Glad to have you in the fold, in the family. Blocked by Pokey AK on Twitter. Didn't even do anything. I had actually wanted some of his content recently. So, like, did you interact with him at all? Oh, watch set. Yeah, that makes more sense. But yeah, like, was there any interaction with? Pokegenie says the first one is my best Ultra League rank, but Swag Tip says 15 defense is important for break points. So the defense would be for bulk points. Oh, I missed that second one. There we go. 13, 15, 15. I see. Okay. So, it was 4, 12, 12, and 13, 15, 15. Yep, that is still correct. Has not changed since the last time we looked at it. And 13, 15, whoops, 15. That's Harley. Okay, so let's look at the bulk points here. Now, the unfortunate thing about the break points and bulk points listed in this Matrix battle sim is that it will only show you bulk and break points for fast moves. It doesn't show you the charge move bulk and break points. And I think that's just because, like, the slightest change in attack or defense stats can wildly change the amount of damage a charge move does. So, so far, all these numbers are the same. Yeah. This is not... This, like, none of these have been any different. Here we go. We get a bulk point from a Snarl from a Alolan Muck, if you've got the 15 defense. Wait a minute. Sorry, you're taking 1 less damage from the 4, 12, 12. That's very strange. Okay, so you know what that is? The 13, 15, 15 can't get to its higher level. The 13, 15, 15 is at level 39. Where the 4, 12, 12 is at level 43 and a half. So that is 9 power-ups extra. And I think that's what's making the difference here. So even though you have got the 15 defense, it's at a much lower level. So that kind of undoes any good work that you're getting out of that. And yep, everything else is the same. Now, if we just look at straight up battle rating, the 4-12-12-1 does better than the 13-15-15 against a Bomber Snow. I guess technically against Bronzong here, but that's negligible. Same with Charizard. And Clefable. Yeah, like these are all like 5 points of difference on average. Now, the 13-15-15 does win against Dragonite Shadow, which is interesting. Everything else here pretty negligible. Still nothing interesting. Still nothing interesting. I also hope that the little window on the stream is big enough to see all these numbers. Sylveon goes from a very close loss to an even closer win with the 13-15-15. But like, the moment you go into battle, that those numbers won't matter. Like 1 extra Shadow Claw, 1 extra Charm, slightly less health on one of them. The 13-15-15. The 13-15-15 will beat the 4-12-12 in a mirror match. Oh no, sorry, it won't beat the 4. So this Trevenant here is the kind of default IVs of 6-13-15. So the 13-15-15 will beat the standard, and the 4-12-12 won't. So it looks like the 13-15-15 is getting a couple of wins that the 4-12-12 isn't. So, back to Tyler's saga with Poke-AK. As far as I've heard, you don't have to interact with him to get blocked. If you follow the wrong people, he'll block you. Interestingly. And so, who counts as the wrong people? Like Donald Trump, or like the Sylph Arena? Like who's the wrong people? Pogo King? Kim Kardashian? Boston Rob? Tyler says I follow Zionic, so I'm sure that's what did it. Does he have some kind of feud with Zionic? What's the story with this AK streamer? I hear their name on occasion. He's one of the actual original Pogo PvP content creators. He's been around for a very long time, so he's a bit of a celebrity in that regard. But he's also very toxic. I really have not seen much of his content at all. So I'm getting this information secondhand, but I keep on hearing stories of how toxic he is. Sport says thank you for the help. No problem. Yes, loses the mirror. He's got beef with Zionic and Reversal. I follow them both. Is that story quick enough to tell here? Like, can you summarize what the beef is about in a few words? I assume that... well, I wouldn't be surprised to find out that it was something, like, you couldn't actually tell what started it. They just started fighting and it got worse and worse. He actually believes the algorithm is real. Based off zero evidence, I assume. Gotcha, probably why I'm hearing it secondhand as well. All the folks I follow lead to more nice. It's pretty hard to shorten down without making it really biased, I think. Okay, which I appreciate that. I always try and make my views and beliefs as unbiased as possible, so I appreciate that thought. So, with all that said, let's pick one of these people to raid. It looks like Rob has stopped, so it's out of panic, Hoff, und 7 even please. Let's just go and find panic. Albuquerque. Like, I don't know the whole story, but there seems to be a lot of opinions and shit floating around. To put it shortly, it's a mess. Thank you, Swartz. I will. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate all y'all. Lilibear will be streaming tomorrow night. I wish I'd said that slightly earlier because we lost like 50% of our viewers in the last 10 seconds. But Lilibear will be on same time as I started tonight. She's going to be running probably a triple water team of her own. We'll see. No, that's right. Oh, I mean, no, she still could, even though it switches over to Kanto. Thank you, Escamp. Say hi to Panic. And we will see you next time.